Hey, it's Brian Rose from London Real and Crypto and DeFi Academy. One of the things I love about Bitcoin, Ethereum, crypto, the blockchain, is that it shows us this parallel universe, one that we've kind of never seen before because we've been in this world of fiat currency, of dollars. I was born in California and I spent, most of my early life in America in a dollar denominated world where we just understood one thing of value, which was dollars in our pocket or in our bank account. We never really questioned what the Fed was all about, who printed money, how they printed money, what money was. Even when I went to work on Wall Street back in 1993, they told me that there's this thing called the Fed that raises short-term rates. And I was trading government bonds from 10 years out to 30 years. And I understood the yield curve and interest rates, but no one actually ever explained the whole concept of monetary policy or what goes on behind the scenes. And the thing about it is this. I think it was Terence McKenna that once said, I don't know who discovered water, but it certainly wasn't a fish. And his point is that when you're surrounded in a reality, it's very hard to understand your reality. And that's kind of where we were with money, with fiat currency, like the dollar, the euro, the pound, the yen. And then all of a sudden, this thing came along called Bitcoin. And again, we've been talking about Bitcoin on this show for almost 10 years. I had Max Kaiser come on here back in 2013, screaming his head about Bitcoin. And we started going down this journey. And what it's shown us is this parallel universe of a different way of valuing things with a unit of currency that isn't controlled by a government, a central bank, that can't print more units when it decides to make bad things go away. And it's almost a real discipline message. One of my favorite guests on London Real is Jocko Willink, and he said discipline equals freedom. And that's what Bitcoin is. It's discipline because it's a fixed amount. There's only so much that can get mined. You have to use this proof of work system to actually validate transactions. And it literally is this piece of logic that can't be altered based on good times, hard times, anything human related. And so we've seen this whole world, these two parallel worlds evolve of like dollar denominated and everything in Bitcoin. And I've had some great guests on this show, like Jeff Booth, who wrote a whole book about, inflation and deflation. And, he said if you price everything in the future in Bitcoin, the price goes down. But if you price everything in the future in dollars, the price goes up. Why is that? And these are the kind of questions that I'm so happy we're asking these days because of crypto and Bitcoin and all this incredible things going on in the blockchain. And it's conversations I've been having here in my studio for over 10 years about money with people like Robert Kiyosaki, author of Rich Dad Poor Dad, his wife, Kim Kiyosaki, people like Grant Cardone, people like Dan Pena, the list goes on and on. People asking others to engage in what money is and wealth creation. But now we have something in crypto that allows us to examine our own fiat system. And the truth is there are real flaws to it. And by looking at something like blockchain, by even starting to invest in something like blockchain, you get to understand the limitations of a fiat world. And look, I don't think the dollar is going anywhere anytime soon, but I think it's important for human freedom, for our future, for even what happens in 100 years' time, because most empires and currencies don't last that long, to have a store of value that's different than the currencies that most of us have. And again, that's if you're fortunate enough to live in a G20 or G30 country. If you're not, then you really have a local currency that sometimes is even more out of control. Although these days, sometimes the dollar and others starts to look like it's approaching other currencies in second and third worlds. And so my final point is this, is that blockchain isn't going anywhere. Bitcoin's not going anywhere. These are going to be around for a long time. There are a lot of people that see the value here, especially based on our current currency system and a lot of things we're seeing with inflation and raising rates and quantitative easing and the printing of money. And we're starting to see another system that really works and it makes sense. It's also very empowering. It's censorship free. It doesn't have any central control. It's decentralized, as you've heard me talk about here. And that's really of value to people. And it's personally of value to me. For someone whose freedoms have been limited before, my freedom of speech, my right to run for mayor here in London, free and fair elections, it's important to have a currency that can't be taken away by an authority. And that's why we're very bullish long term on everything in blockchain and crypto, and that's why we created our Crypto and DeFi Academy. That's why we're talking about this. That's why I've had some of the biggest people in the show, some of the big leaders in blockchain technology have been on here live. All those episodes are free to watch on our website, londonreal.tv. And for people that want to go to the next level, we've built an academy. So if you want to really, really understand how this stuff works and really understand why I believe this is going to be bigger than the internet itself, probably maybe 10x or 100x bigger, then join us. We're constantly teaching small groups of students, and I do it live and I do it personally. And again, there's a link below where it's londonreal.tv/DeFi to join us on our next course. So again, just want to say the time to take control of your finances is now. The time to take control of your freedom is now. And it's probably not going to happen with your local currency and your local governments and your local banks. So again, they always say there's two good times to plant a tree. One is 20 years ago and the other is today. So start today and learn about these instruments. And I hope we can help with our content. Leave me your comments below. Any questions you've got. I'm going to be recording more of these just to tell you my thoughts on what's happening. And again, I'm in a really unique and special place in this leather chair because I get a lot of people that talk to me about ideas and they share with me the best of the best. And hopefully I can pool them all and give them back to you in a way that you can really change your life with. And that's what this is all about. Again, start small, but start. That's really the message here. And again, it all comes down to trying to protect your freedoms at all cost, and this is a great way. So all the best out there. Markets are volatile. They test all of our visions, our patience, our emotions. But again, I am with a group of people here that know this is the future, and we believe it is, and we couldn't be more excited about these markets. So leave me your comments below, and again, come join us and take a look on our website for more information, and sending you lots of love.